This is part 2 of creating an orthographic drawing. In this video, we will draw 3 two-dimensional views of our 3D object. First, let's look at our activity sheet to see what we're drawing. So when you look at your activity sheet, you'll find a block of stairs and some dimensions. So the measurements here are 10 by 10 by 10. What units are they? Inches, feet, millimeters? If we take a look at our notes, it says all dimensions in inches. So that means this is 10 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches. And the stair is 2 inches high and 2 inches deep, or has a rise of 2 and a run of 2. None of the other stairs are dimensioned. We can assume they're the same, but to know for sure, it says in our notes, stair dimensions are typical. And typical is a word in drafting that means that anything that looks the same is. So all of these stairs have a run and a rise of 2. Next, let's open up our Imperial border file, the one where we set up all of our layers. The first thing we're going to do is reset our limits, because originally we set our drawing limits to be the size of a piece of paper. So we'll go into limits. Our lower left limit should stay 0, 0. So we'll hit enter. We're going to change our upper right limit to a large number. We want lots of space for drawing. So let's go 100 inches by 100 inches. Enter. And that's going to change our drawing space to being really big, and we can zoom out a lot. So we'll zoom out and we can move over, and we're going to be drawing over here. So looking at our object, if we're looking at it right from the front, from the previous video, we know that it's just going to look like a whole bunch of rectangles. So maybe for simplicity's sake, let's start by drawing the right side. We know that it's 10 inches high, 10 inches wide, and each step is 2 by 2. So knowing that, let's start drawing. So we'll get into our line function, and we'll draw a line. Maybe we'll turn on our snap. Snap on. So into our line function, you can do this by jumping. Remember, these are half-inch squares, so you'd have to jump 20 spaces to get 10 inches. But we'll snap and we'll draw a distance of 10. We can do that by jumping 20 spaces, or we can type in 10. And we'll go up a distance of 10. Now here's the fun part. We can jump down the stairs using our snap. So if we zoom in, we can go 2 inches, which is 4 squares. We can go click, 4 squares, click, 4 squares, click, and keep going. Or we can go down, type in 2, enter, over, type in 2, enter. 2, 2, and keep going. 2, 2, and done. Now we have the side profile of our stairs. Now what's nice with orthographic drawing is you use extension lines. So you never really have to do that much drawing, and frankly, you don't have to do that much thinking. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these important points, like the bottom point, and we're going to come over and draw an extension line. Escape, enter. We're going to do this a number of times. So we're going to go over, escape, enter. That brings us back into the command we were in last. Escape, enter, and clicking on here, going over, escape, enter, and going over, escape, enter, one more. So now that we've done this, we've taken all the important points here, so bottom, the top, and all of the stairs, and we've translated them over here to what would be our front view. All we have to do now is, starting at the bottom, we have to go straight up. And that's going to be a distance of 10, which we already know. We're going to go over a distance of 10 because we know it's 10 wide according to our drawing. And we're going to go down all the way to the bottom, which is again a distance of 10. And what we have here is we have our front view. It's a little bit messy though, so let's clean it up. We're going to use our trim function, select everything, hit enter, and then click all the lines that you don't want anymore. which are these ones, our extension lines. So now we have a right side view and a front view. Now our top view is just as easy. In fact, we take our line from here, we extend it up, hit escape. Let's do that one more time. We close the boundary, and we come across. Now this is a little bit trickier. Because we have nothing to pull our lines off of, you are going to have to do a little bit of measuring. So you're going to want to go, we can use our snap, and we can go up 4 spaces and across, or you can type in the numbers, or you can do it however you want. But you're going to finish the shape. So I'm going to type in my numbers. I'm going to go 2 and then over, 2, over, 2, over. We know there are 5 steps, so we got to keep track. 2, over, 2, over. So how many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're done. So let's clean up. Trim, select everything, hit enter, and click the lines that you no longer wish. So there you have it. You have the front view of your stairs, the right side view, and the top. And what's neat is all of them line up nicely, and we didn't really have to do that much thinking. Once you draw one of the views, you can basically pull all the information off to draw the other ones. The next thing we're going to want to do is put this into the appropriate layers. So we'll select all of our objects, and we're going to want to go into our object layer. Now as you see, I didn't do a very good job of selecting, and I missed a few lines. So we can go back, and we can select the object layer, go back, and we can select the object layer. Now all of our objects are in the object layer. We're getting pretty close to our title block, so I'm going to select these items, and we're going to move them. We're just going to move them over. So we've got lots of space. And it seems that our side view has decided it no longer wants to be in the object area. So here we go. We're back in the object layer. We're going to do the same to our title block. I'm going to our title block. We'll select everything, and we're going to change this to the border layer. And then we'll go into our text and just select these items, and we'll change these to our text layer. This is the end of part 2, creating an orthographic drawing.